All right, so look, man. There was this guy that's currently going viral on Twitter, aka X. He made a comment that has a lot of single mothers mad. Let's check out what he had to say. I am Little Rico. Dude, how you Little Rico with a full beard? But this is what he had to say. Single moms be having all these standards, and they baby daddies meet none of them. I gotta agree with him. This is a problem I've run into, but I rarely date single moms in the first place. Matter of fact, technically, I've never dated a single mom. It's just not for me, fam. Now, like everything, there is an exception to every rule. If you bad enough, and I like you enough, and it makes sense, sure. But 9 times out of 10, I'm good. And there's nothing against single moms themselves. It's more so me. I'm very territorial. You're locked in with this man for the rest of your life, whether you like him or not. This guy busted in you, and y'all created a child together. You're tied to him for life. And me, I don't like sharing my woman, especially with somebody I know that clapped your cheeks before. Like, I don't want to be reminded of that. Every time I see the kid running around the house, this dude clapped my girl cheek. Every time he come over to pick up the kid, this dude clapped my girl cheek. It would never leave my head. And that's because it's different from a regular relationship. I'm not green or anything. I know people have sex, fam. It's very rare you're going to run across a virgin, especially once you're over the age of 21. In 2025, that's very rare. But knowing that an ex was clapping your cheeks, that's totally different than your baby dad clapping your cheek. You guys are basically in this thing together for life. In a relationship or not, to some degree, I can't run my household the way I want to because another man's kid lives in it. Now, if I was old as hell, not even old as hell, let's say I was in my 40s, that's different. I'll probably be more open to date single moms then. Well, you know what? Around age 50. By the time I'm 50 years old, if I'm still single, the 35-year-old, 40-year-old women, even 45-year-old women, the ones I'm going to be interested in, their kids more than likely going to already be out of the house. So I'm not really having to deal much with the baby dad dynamic. You understand what I'm saying? It's more so about my peace. That's the reason I really don't date single moms. And like I said, if you just flat out bad, one child, cool as hell, got things going for yourself, that's different. I'll definitely take that into consideration. So like I said, there is outliers to everything. Let's say even if like the baby dad passed away or something, that's different as well. I don't have to deal with that dude, so it'll be something I'm more open to. But again, 9 times out of 10, I'm good. I'm in my early 30s. I don't have any kids. My career is only going up from here. Man, my money growing. I'm in the best shape of my life. It's just not something I'm dying to sign up for. Shout out to all the stepdads out there. I'm not saying anything wrong with it. If that's you, do your thing. We actually need more people like you. I'm just not one of the people, big dog. I don't know what it is. After a girl have a baby, it's just, I start to lose a little interest. It's like you chose who you wanted to choose. That man a part of you forever. But yeah, his tweet got a lot of women mad right now. Not even only mad, but making excuses. Let's check it out. Here's a woman right here. So we can't want better? Question mark. And the thing about that, you can want better. No one isn't saying you can't want what you want, but you got to understand you're not entitled to what you want. It's called the dating market for a reason. If you put yourself on the dating market with your children, and if you clone yourself without children, which version of yourself you think going to get hollered at the most? Like, it's not rocket science. I think y'all thinking a little too deep. He's basically just saying, where were these standards in the first place? If you would have had standards in the first place, you wouldn't be in this situation at all. But now, since you actually lowered your value on the dating market because I mean, I get it. You love your child. Children are a blessing, but they're a blessing to you and the baby dad and the rest of y'all family. But in the dating market, yeah, you lower your value when you are a single parent. That's male and female. I don't understand how that's a secret. Let's read another one. That's the point. I never want to meet an N word like that ever the F again. It turned out horrible. The F? She said that's the point. But that's what I'm saying. That's the point. If you let an N word that's so bad shoot the club up, if he's that horrible, why do I even want to insert myself in that situation? Again, this is somebody you tied to forever. If you don't want to deal with him, why do you think I want to deal with him? She said she never want to meet an N-word like him ever again. I don't want to meet an N-word like him at all. That's the point. I know it sucks, but hey, actions have consequences. And having kids with scumbag dudes is going to eliminate you with a majority of high caliber men. Again, I'm not saying it can't happen, but it is a lower chance. Here's another one. Because he was a lesson. I don't think women understand the significance of having a baby by a man. It changes your whole life. The whole outcome of your life. Choose who you have a child with wisely. It ain't all fault your baby daddy a bum. You chose him. All the guys that you was calling lame, they was trying to holler at you, was calling them corny, boring. But you let a YN get you pregnant, and it's the outcome. I'll read maybe 2 or 3 more and then we can wrap it up. Boy, here's a good one right here. She mad as hell. I really dislike this narrative. It's like people aren't allowed to grow and change. Shaking my head. My son is 9. I was 21 when I got pregnant. If your mama was a stagnant hoe, just say that. If my mama was a stagnant hoe, just say. Of my sister in Christ. You the one sound like the hoe. Don't be over there talking about my mama. When my mama was 21, she was getting to that bad. When you was 21, you was pregnant. Don't be talking about my mama. But in all seriousness, again, I don't think the guy is saying no one can grow and no one can change. But you being 21, you got pregnant. That's a personal problem. Your child being 9 years old don't change what his tweet said. It's still true. I really cringe at the hate single mothers get. It's weird and cringy at this point. Where's the hate? What did he say that make you think he hates single moms? Single moms be having all the standards and they baby dad meets none of them. Just because he's pointing out the obvious means he hates single mothers? I think that's the main problem right now. Women are trying to guilt men into liking what they want them to like. Oh, you don't like single moms? You not a real man. You don't like fat women? You're a fat phobic. You don't like transgender women? You're a transphobic. You don't want me to walk around with my butt cheeks hanging out and my moose knuckles showing? Because you're insecure. If you don't shut up, that ain't working no more, my sister. Just like women, men are allowed to have standards as well. And unfortunately, one of those standards for a lot of men is they don't really date single moms. The same way the standard is for a lot of women, right? A lot of women without kids, they don't date a single father. And that's fine. That's their standard. This is all standard. What's the problem? Actually, my son's father for sure set the standard with a sprinkle of my father. It just ain't work out for reasons I don't have to discuss. Well, if you don't want to discuss it, why are you telling us about it? And also, you want to know why your son's father set the standard? Because he's your son's father. Y'all are delusional. That is the father of your child. And he's treating you as such. The other man on the dating market not going to hold you on that pedestal. That's his child, not ours. You was able to get that standard with him because, for one, you was childless and you gave him a child. This time around, you coming back on the dating market with somebody else's child already. Totally different ball game. Look at this one. We grew up. And so did we. We not falling for a real man to be a stepfather. We not falling for that anymore. When you fail a test, you go back and study so you don't do that ish again. Hey, you know what? I'm done with this video. They over here comparing creating a whole new human being with passing and failing the test. But anyway, man, how y'all feel about this? Let me know in the comment section, bro. Like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell, man. Hey, man, follow me on Instagram, TZFBaby252. Again, in conclusion, everybody entitled to have whatever standards they want. Just don't assume the dating market is obligated to get you what you're asking for. If you was a Ferrari at the age of 23, no kids, in shape, still young, womb fresh, and if you let somebody drive you off the lot who had a 420 credit score, criminal history, no proof of income, if you let that person drive you off the lot, that was your standard. Now fast forward a decade later, you 31 years old, you got a kid now, maybe even 2 or 3 kids. The Ferrari got about 220,000 miles on it now. And now you trying to drive it back to the lot, AKA the dating market. You gotta have an 800 credit score to drive me. I gotta have an 800 credit score to drive you. I just seen this dude drive you off the lot while you was brand new. He had a 420 credit score. His down payment was only $1,000 on a Ferrari, brand new. But now me, I gotta have an 800 credit score. And I gotta put $55,000 down. Doesn't sound like a good deal to me at all. But I'm gone.
Prolific.
Ay, bitch, I'm in these streets. Fuck this industry. Bitch, I'm in these streets. Fuck this industry. Ay, bitch, I'm in these streets. Fuck this industry. Bitch, I'm in these streets. Fuck this industry. Bitch, I'm in these streets.